Right guys, round 2, off you go. Fire away.
Can you talk us through the night? Pardon? Can you talk us through the night?
No, I can't talk you through the night. Ask a few questions, I'll give you a few answers. I'm not talking.
Did you surprise you, Scott? How tough he was?
He was very, well, you know, he was tough. He was a tough fighter, but when he started getting ill, he started to fall apart. I broke him down in 7 and 8 and I stopped him in round 9. He can obviously punch, a big puncher, but I knew he could punch anyway. I sparred him a few times. He's got 15 knockouts out of 19 wins. And, you know, I got off to a slow start. I got hit with some big shots. I think I got put down in round 1, didn't I? So, yeah, he can obviously punch, and he's obviously tough. He's obviously not, he's not that tough because he got stopped. You know, he was taking shots, he was badly hurt. And from where I was stood hitting him, I almost had a couple of free hits on him. And I was lining up for a couple of more hits. You know, 25 to 26 years old. What do you want to do? Do you want to see a kid knocked unconscious on the floor and carried out on the stretcher? You don't. The referee's 6 inches away from the fight. You can see what he's doing, you can see what he's looking at. He looks into the fighter's eyes and he makes a very experienced, very educated decision as to whether or not he jumps in. People watching from the crowd, they see something slightly different. You know, it was quite a close fight. It was a good fight. It was give and take. And I'm devastated that I got booed in the arena. You know, I got that. Not everybody was booing, but there was a lot of people there that was booing. And you know, for me and for George as well, you know, 2 warriors in there, putting it all on the line, taking shots. I got put down in round 1. I got hit with some heavy shots. I started to hit him with some heavy shots in round 7 and 8, and I closed the show in round 9. I had him. It's as simple as that. If the fight would have gone on, he would have 100% got knocked down. If the referee didn't get in the way and hold him up, he was going to be on the floor with a couple more shots on his way down, and he could have been badly hurt. And at 25, you know, that can be career-ending. George Groves can come again. He's proved that, you know, he can. To start with, somebody asked me, they said, do you think he belongs at world class? Is he world class? And I said, well, based on the fights he's had to this point, you can't say he's fought world class. He's boxed domestic level fighters and he's done very well. He's not boxed anyone that's world class, but he has done tonight, and he showed that he can mix it at that level, albeit he got stopped. And there's going to be questions around whether or not the referee jumped in too soon or whether but the referee's in there. You know, I'm in the ring to do my job. George is in the ring to do his job, and we did our job fantastically. And the referee's in there to do his job.
Hold on one second.
And you can't argue with the referee's decision. The referee's job to do it. It's not mine. I can't say whether it was right or wrong. You know, I think Howard Foster made the right decision because I'm looking into George's eyes and I'm into him, and I'm thinking, you know what, the referee needs to jump in here very soon because I'm making him with some big digs. And Howard Foster could see what I'm seeing. Nobody in the audience can see that. And it's upsetting for me to get a few boos because, you know, the nature of the human being, you go right back to the Roman days and the gladiator days, and the crowd love the barbaric sport of boxing. And that's how it is very barbaric, can be barbaric. And people want to see the brutalness and the, you know, that side of it, which is
I don't think we will do it.
You know, nobody wants to see anybody get injured or badly hurt. What people do want to see somebody get finished off, and that's just the nature of the beast of the human being. And the referee saved George Groves' career because he's a very good fighter. He did excellently tonight. He come with some big shots, and he will 100% come again. It's as simple as that.
I don't think they were booing you, Cole, but where do you go from here? I mean, you've done everything. You've got nothing to prove.
Where do I go from here? I sit back, have a Christmas with my family, I relax, probably go on holiday, forget about boxing, and then I come back in the new year. I speak to McCRACKEN, and I speak to HEARN, and we decide what we do moving forward. There's a couple of fights left yet in this body. Definitely, I still love boxing. And let's not forget what the result was tonight. You know, it was a great fight. I got fought over in round 1. I fought right through until round 7, 8. Started to break him down in 8. Round 9, we got the stoppage win.
Was you out on your feet? Was you out on your feet?
What more do you want? He caught with a good shot in round 1. I wasn't out on my feet now. I was on my arse in round 1. I got back on my feet. I did what I have to do to break him down, use my experience. And he was falling apart in round 7 and 8. I was breaking him down, body, head, I was getting to him. And then you still got 9, 10, 11, 12. We're only 2/3 of the way through the fight before we go to the championship round. And you've seen what I do in championship rounds. I closed the show.
Do you think he was yourself today? Because I didn't see the Carl Froch. I've
known
you for many years. I've boxed with you from England and everything, and I knew you didn't throw screw shots, you didn't throw, you know, hooks. I didn't see any of them. So why?
No, I don't know why I didn't throw a big hook. I've left my nasty hammer days
screw shot.
behind
Why
me.
not the screw shot? You always catch him with a screw shot.
I did what I had to do to win and get the stoppage, you know.
Carl,
to give George respect.
Did you hurt your jaw early in the fight? Sort of bothered by your jaw?
No, my jaw's okay. A lot of people have said if you broke your jaw, but no. Just had a few. I've had a few toughies and I've been eating them, so it's okay. I took one. I've got a big lip, and obviously my jaw took a bit of a whack. But that's what happens in boxing. You get punched in the face, and every now and again one itch in the jaw. What? No, I'm fine.
What are your thoughts? Sorry, what are your thoughts at this stage about rematch?
My thoughts on a rematch. I think that I'm in a position where I don't have to give anybody a rematch. You know, I've fought everybody and anybody, and I will fight anybody. And George Groves was mandatory for the RBF. He's come, he's given a great account of himself, and he's got stopped out on his feet in round 9. You know? Like I said, I'm in there to do my job, George Groves in there to do his job, and the referee's in there to do his job. So I can't be blamed, George can't be blamed, and you know, the referee can't be argued with for the job he did. Rematch. So I've got to speak to Rob, I've got to speak to Eddie. I'll fight anybody if it makes sense and the fight's there and people want to see it. I'll fight anybody. You know,
George's trainer said he'd already offered a rematch.
Pardon?
George's trainer said he'd already offered.
Yeah, well, I said to Eddie, I said if the rematch makes sense, why not do the rematch? And like I was saying that, if it makes sense, we'll go with it. But I don't need to have my hand forced. You know what I mean? I'm here today, 34 fights. 32 wins, 20 whatever knockouts, IBF, WBA world champion. And I've just defended against a young, up-and-coming, hungry, big punching, ambitious fighter.
Do you think he was winning the fight?
Yeah, I thought I was taking over. I thought I was outboxed him, breaking him down. Round 7 and 8, I was getting to him. And Robert told me I'm getting to him and I'm doing the job, just keep doing what you're doing. And round 9, I got on top of him and he was...
There's a lot of people here think you was. A lot of people here in the last press conference said that thought that you lost it. You were losing.
Do you know something? It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's a prize fight over 12 rounds. Carl Froch stopped him in the 9th round. Anybody who seriously thinks that he wasn't going to get knocked out, I really find it strange. George gave a great account of himself. How many times does Carl Froch have to fight the world's best and Britain's best? He fights anyone. You know that. He has nothing to prove. Jermaine Taylor said in round 12 when he got stopped to American TV, I got stopped. It's irrelevant that I was ahead on points. Whether you're ahead on points or not, if you get stopped or knocked out, you've lost the fight. That's that.
Well done.
Well, did it worry you at all the amount of punishment?
Listen, I'll tell you now, Ben, and you know me well, and I know boxing. George Groves is very fast and very powerful. And when he came up as mandatory, Carl had sparred with him in the past. Styles make fights. He's got a very awkward style for Carl. Me and Carl spoke about it lengthy. Eddie was doing the negotiating and we were speaking about it and we went back and forth and Eddie was doing the dealing. But the reality was it was a fight that we didn't jump at because he's got an awkward style and he's very fast and powerful. He's young, Carl's fought the world's best time and time again, but it's something we didn't take lightly. He prepared properly. It was always a fight of 2 halves. We said this, it was going to be the first 6 rounds and the second 6 rounds. If Carl stayed with George for 6, Carl would win the fight, and that's what the plan was. But we obviously didn't expect Carl to start off as slowly as he did. That wasn't the plan.
Carl, what would you say to some of those fans and the way they reacted at the end of the fight? What would be your message to them? Because at the end of the day, I mean, it was a fantastic spectacle this evening.
I think sometimes the fans can be disappointed because from where they're sitting, they see a different fight. They can't see the punishment that the opponents are taking. So I just think the fans need to, and I think their opinion will be changed when they go back and watch it back on television. So they need to go and watch the fight back on television, and then I think that will sort it out for them. I can understand disappointment because it was a great fight. It was hotting up, it was give and take, but round 7 and 8 I was getting to George, body and head, breaking him down, pushing him back, getting him on the ropes, landing some sickening shots, In round 9, I had him. He was out on his feet. He was gone. The referee had held. If the referee didn't get involved in holding him off, George would have been on the floor, or he may have sat on the road and took 3 or 4 more career-ending shots before he ended up on the floor. And unfortunately, that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to see people get carried out on a stretcher, which is brutal and barbaric. But that's what this sport's like sometimes. It's quite brutal. It's a brutal sport. I mean, look at my face. I've took some big shots tonight, but I've come back and do what I do. I always find a way to win. I was on the seat of my pants in round 1. I walked into a big shot, come out slow, got hit with a heavy shot, put me down. I've only ever been put down once in my whole career by Jermaine Taylor, a fantastic fighter. And you know, I'll ask any man to take the shot I took. And get back on his feet and then fight back, and then force the stoppage, because that's what I did. I forced the stoppage. I beat George Groves up in round 9, and the referee jumped in and saved his career. They're the facts. That's what happened. George fought a fantastic fight. He's a better fighter than what I thought he was. He's got a bigger heart than what I thought he had, and he's 25 years old. So I really think he will come again. He can come again, and one day maybe he will be world champion. But tonight was my night, because I made it my night. So I trained for 12 weeks, and I always find a way to win.
That's right.
Do you still feel he disrespected you, and do you respect him after tonight?
You know what? I think it's irrelevant. I think we've settled it in the ring. There was some unsavoury comments made on the build-up to the fight. We've sorted it out now in the ring. I had a good chat to him. We've had a great fight. Everybody loved it. I've took some big punches. He took some even bigger punches, and I think we've answered and sorted out our issues in the ring tonight. And there's no issue with respect. We've both earned respect for each other, and I've got a lot of respect for George Groves.
Well done.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.